Hello, I'm Dan Toffee and welcome back to another brand new Fortnite video. Today I want to bring you my top tips on how to improve your aim in the best ways in Fortnite. So in this video I'm going to go over all the best ways that you need to be improving your aim in Fortnite and all things that you need to make sure you're doing in every single game to make sure you're hitting the most shots possible. So my first tip for improving your aim in Fortnite is making sure that you're always setting the correct sensitivity and changing it whenever you need to. So personally I play on PC, so my mouse has a DPI and I also have my sensitivity in game. So I have a DPI of 850 on my mouse and in game I have a sensitivity of 0.04. So this isn't really too slow and it isn't too high. Sensitivities in the game doesn't really make much sense on PC, because if you do use a decent DPI on your mouse, it does need to be really low for you to be able to aim accurately. So I do play fairly low but nothing too fast, so I can hit those shots fairly accurately, and I can also move my sights quick enough to hit anyone that's moving a decent speed. But you just need to make sure that you're setting sensitivity correctly, so you can accurately track your targets like your sight being too far in front of them or too far behind them. Something that's really useful to do is to watch back the times where you didn't shoot very well and see if it's in front or behind of your target, and then change it to make sure that you are hitting them next time. Something that I've noticed whilst playing is that as I'm improving at the game, I do want to start shooting my gun and moving it a little bit quicker, so you do need to improve your sensitivity with that. Sometimes I've been finding that, especially with shotguns, as I'm improving my shot seems to get worse because I want to be tracking my targets faster, but my sensitivity is limiting me. So make sure that as you're getting better, you slightly increase sensitivity so you can keep up and make sure you're shooting as well as possible, because you don't want your sensitivity to be limiting you just because you are getting better at the game. But if you do feel like you're struggling at the moment and it's your aim that's your main problem, make sure you are just changing sensitivity. It doesn't really matter which way you go, because if you go the wrong way you'll work it out pretty quickly because you'll start to play even worse. But if you just change it a little bit, then it should hopefully help you to start being a little bit more accurate. But after that I've got another tip for extreme close range fights, because this is when you really need a good aim in Fortnite, because if you're having a shotgun battle against someone and they have a much better aim than you and they can get onto you a lot faster and shoot a lot faster with a lot more accuracy, you're definitely going to lose that gunfight. So when using shotguns and SMGs, like I said before, this is when you really need to make sure that sensitivity is set correctly, because if it isn't you won't have a chance of hitting any of these shots. But once you have your sensitivity set correctly, basically all you can do for this one is just keep on playing. You need to make sure that you keep on landing in really fast paced, close quarter environments like Tilted Towers or any of the other big cities where you have loads of really close buildings together where you can go get SMGs and shotguns really easily and keep practicing those types of gunfights. You will die quite a lot of the time, but all you need to do for shotguns and SMGs is just make sure that you start playing instinctively instead of always having to think about where your shot's going to go. When you do start just shooting instinctively, you will start hitting more shots, and it means that you won't be having to think all the time about what you're doing, and you'll find that after a while your accuracy with shotguns and SMGs will really improve, especially in those close quarter situations like in Tilted Towers. Like I said, you will die a lot, but it's definitely worth doing because you will be a lot better at those close quarter fights, which is quite a big part of playing in Fortnite. But when it comes to long range, there are a couple of things in the game which will really help you to shoot more accurately at long ranges, as well as just having that right sensitivity for you. I'm not going to go over snipers in this video, I'm going to make a separate one for snipers, because that is a lot more in depth than what I want to talk about. So at the moment I just want to talk about assault rifles for this video. So just make sure you are taking your time when you are shooting at those longer ranges. Make sure you are making use of that 100% accuracy you get when you are taking your time in between your shots, waiting a little bit for those crosshairs to go in between, right into the centre of your screen, and that means that your shots will be 100% accurate. And when you tap fire on the target, the bullet will go exactly where you mean it to go. This is really important when you are trying to use an assault rifle at longer ranges, because it means that you can still be accurate even if you don't have a sniper rifle. It means that sometimes you can outgun those snipers at longer ranges, just because you do have that 100% accuracy. When you do take your time, and especially when you're crouching, because crouching does increase your accuracy, and when you're completely stood still. Obviously your 100% accuracy will only work when you are stood still, so make sure you aren't moving, make sure you aren't strafing, but do make sure that you are crouching, because then you will get even more accuracy. You do want to take your time in between these shots though. Don't always just be constantly peeking, especially if you are going against a sniper, because they will get that easy headshot on you. Make sure you are popping up and down, taking those quick shots, but just be careful because you don't want to get sniped in the head. but you do want to be making use of this 100% accuracy because it will make sure that you are doing the most damage to your players as possible. Sometimes it is quite easy to just panic and start spraying, but especially if you are using a high powered assault rifle like a SCAR or a blue M16, this is definitely worth doing, as they do so much damage you can kill players at long ranges in just a few shots. But they have been just a few simple tips on how to improve your aim whilst playing in Fortnite Battle Royale. Obviously, I'm not the best player in the world, I don't have the best aim in the world, and I'm using all of these tips that I've just said in this video to continue to help to improve my aim whilst playing in Fortnite. And hopefully they'll help you to start improving your aim as well, and to start to win more games. But thanks for watching. If you did enjoy this video or it was helpful, please make sure you leave it a like. Make sure you are also subscribing if you aren't already, as I will be starting to do more of these tip videos every single week because I do want to help more of you out to get better at playing in Fortnite. On screen now are links through to some of my Fortnite playlists, like my full weekly challenge guides for Season 5 to make sure if you are struggling that you are checking that out to help you complete all those challenges. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.